Hello, guys. Hello, sissies all over the world. Um, it's me again, Henny, and I'm now Mrs. Eldridge. I just got married 4 days ago. See? All right, so actually, I'm very sunog right now. See my face? It's very sunog. It's now healing. Unfortunately, my family, my husband, and my two kids right here, they are very outgoing and here in the US beaches because we lived here in Cape Cod. There's a lot of beaches and it's a tourist site. Obama was here the other day, but I haven't seen him. And one thing that's the difference between the Filipino and American when they go to beach is that Americans don't like shade. They like to be in the sun, tanning. Ang kita Filipino, tago-tago dito sa sun, and then with matching payong pa. But here, I've experienced 12 hours being in the heat of the sun without shade or without even payong. That's why I got like sunog all over. See? Oh my goodness. But anyways, kita mga Pilipino, we don't really make babad in the sunlight. Anyways, I'm just making the video because there's a lot of sissies out there who is asking about the how my CFO seminar went. And just to let you know, I had my CFO in Cebu, and these are the documents that you will need to bring, or my experience, what you need to bring, what you will submit, and what to prepare for it for in Cebu CFO seminar. So basically, I will tell you what things that I brought. I brought this one. This is the online registration confirmation that you have registered and you have an appointment on that day. So you have to bring this, and you have to bring a photocopy of your visa and passport. That's very important. And also, you have to photocopy 2 valid IDs. Okay, or identification card. Anyways, in Cebu specifically, the counselor is asking the passport copy of your fiance, of your foreign fiance. In Manila, they don't actually, well, it depends on the counselor actually. So in Manila, you can't really compare Cebu and Manila, but in Manila, some of the cities told me that they don't need it, but in Cebu they do. Why? Because there was an incident in Cebu where the Filipino fiance wrote a different name because she wasn't sure about her fiance's name and she put a different name. And then the reason why they needed the name because whatever happens to us here in the US, they would need to contact our fiance. But if you've placed a wrong information right there on your record, they wouldn't track you. They won't be able to know where you are. So it's very important. It's not because it's for our safety also and bond with the Philippines. Just like for example, tragedies or we might never know what's going to happen in the world, so or what's going to happen to you. So you just have to be very vigilant and then, just give the correct information to our Philippine CFO people. So they need a copy of the passport of your fiance, just to make sure that they have the contact number. And also, if you don't have that copy, you can give them probably the birth certificate of your fiance, just a copy of it. Now, you will need that. And also, what you will need is the same thing that you brought to the interview. This is mine. This is the one that I showed the consulate. These are all the pictures of me and my fiance, and other proofs that we were communicating. Same thing, love letters, mails, and everything. So, plane tickets, basically the same thing that I showed him, because the counselor wants to know that your relationship is real. So they have actually the capacity to give you or not give you your certificate. But don't you worry, according to the counselor, they will give you the certificate. So don't worry. So just be prepared, you know. And another thing too that you need to be prepared of is because you will need to answer several questions in a form. Now, one of the things too in the question is the your fiance's mother's maiden name. That's why I told you, if you have the copy of your fiance's birth certificate, it will be very easy for you because it's their mother's maiden name. So it's needed, and the address as well of where you're gonna stay. You have to memorize it, including the zip code and stuff like that. And also, you need to know your fiance's educational background. What's his work? Did he went to college or stuff like that? Because it's in the form. Occupation, one of the things you have to know, the occupation of your fiance. Other than that, if your fiance is divorced, you need to provide a copy of your fiance's divorce decree. It's very important because the counselor would like to know and would like to make sure that both of you is ready to get married. Okay. Anyways, afterwards, it's just optional if you really wanted to bring your Cenomar just to make sure, and your NBI clearance or copy of it. You can bring, we'll never know if at least you have extra. And anyways, so that's it. So my experience was I went there. Basically, you'll be asked to go there at around 8 o'clock because there's a registration in the morning. So in the registration, you will submit the copy of your visa, your passport, and two of the IDs, and then fill up the paperwork and then pay the 400 pesos. That's it. And then after everything, you'll be asked to go home and then come back at 1 o'clock because my original schedule was 2 o'clock. So come back there at 1 o'clock. And then there's video slides, about immigration and stuff. So it will be shown on the board. And then at 2 o'clock, specific counselor for Canada and US will call you because there's different types of different countries right there, like Japan, Korea, stuff like that. So Canada and US is separate. So you'll be asked. We went to a different counseling room. We were just like 8 of us right there. And she just started talking to us about laws, the bind between US and Philippines, what are the requirements, what you need to do, adjustment period, the adjustment status and stuff like that. So that's just it. After the probably 2 hours of explaining, there is the one-on-one counseling interview. So the one-on-one, it just takes 5 minutes or less. So what she does is that you bring this one, the pictures and stuff like that of your fiance. And then, so what she's going to do is that she will ask about when did you meet? What's the name of your fiance? Does your fiance have a kids or you have a kid? Or how many years or months have you been together? if he's divorced, what's the reason, something like that. So it's just, basically very detailed information about you, because that's what they need, just in case. And then, when did you meet? Dates are very important too for them. Okay. And how many times you've met, and he visited you or she visited you, stuff like that. And anyways, after that, she will take the necessary, the other documents, like I actually gave her the fiance letter of intents, because I made one, new one, and then the counselor did not take it, so I just gave it to the counselor, and then she took the divorce decree and some stuff. So just hand it to them, and then just make sure you have another copy, because she will just get anything that it's important. And then voila, after that you'll be asked to go outside, wait for your name to be called, and then give him your passport. And then afterwards, you get your certificate and a stamp, and you're ready to go. And welcome to America. So if you have another questions about specific questions and the K1, please feel free to ask, and I will be very happy to answer. Have a good day. Bye bye, guys.